Hi boys and girls. Today's lesson is going to be about fractions, and we've already had fractions before, and then we would review it with our TEKS target. But this is a review of fractions. So we're going to start with the tangerine that I just peeled. And I'm going to grab a plate. Okay, so we're going to see how many pieces. I'm going to try to, so we have one whole tangerine, and I'm going to see, I divided what I thought was about half, and so I'm going to count the sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this side. So if we have 5 and 5, then we know that is a true half. So together, it's one whole, and then we have halves. So if you have 5 sections in one half and 5 sections in the other half, we have 10 sections total. So that would be tenths. And so if this is 5 pieces, there would not be a way to divide it again to make fourths. So we can't make fourths out of this. So we're just talking, on this one, we're talking about one whole and 2 halves. So that would be written as and that would be written as 1 over 1. And then we have 2 halves. So when all the pieces are together, we have one whole chocolate bar, and then we divided it like this, and so we have 2 halves, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 fourths. So each fourth has 3 pieces. Each half is a total of 6 pieces, and each whole would be 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 pieces in one whole. So if you wrote it as so it was one whole together, and then you had your 2 halves, and then you have your 4 fourths. We have one whole graham cracker. When you break it in the middle, you have 2 halves. If you break it again, you do not have equal parts because the parts are not the same right now. So right now we do not have a fractional part on it. When we break it in half again, we have 4 fourths. So if I called Leah in here to come eat a piece, which she's asleep, she's had a hard day. If Leah ate 1 piece, she would have eaten 1/4, and there would be 3/4 remaining. If Leah ate another piece, Leah would have eaten 1/2, or you could call it 2 fourths, and what would be remaining would be 1/2 or 2 fourths. So on this one, if we were talking about just one part would be 1/4. So in review, if we have one whole and I cut it into 2 pieces like this, we have 1, 2. But those are not halves. For it to be a half, it has to be equal. So if we drew another circle, that's 1 whole, and I cut it in half, and then I cut it up here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 pieces, but it is not fourths because they are not equal. For it to be fourths, it has to be equal parts. So on fractions, your parts have to be equal. Your halves, it has to be, for it to be a true half, it has to be, the sides have to be the same. You can't have a little part and a big part and it be halves. Same thing with fourths, you can't have small parts and big parts. The 4 parts need to be equal to be fourths. Have a great day, friends, and I miss you. Bye.